Yay! Okay, I'm live. I'm very excited about it. So before I went actually live today on YouTube, it was really interesting because I'd always ask you to categorize your YouTube live. And oftentimes when I do a live, I don't sometimes know based on, of course, questions or comments I get from you guys where I'm going to go with this live. So it's really difficult because I was reading through some categories and it was like travel. No, this is not going to happen. But entertainment, I don't know. Am I going to be that entertaining for you guys, even though I'm going to try? So I did people and blogs. Since this is something more personal. But yeah, I find it always interesting that YouTube wants to know exactly, and it's not always easy because who knows where this conversation is going to go. Anyways, if you're tuning in right now, let me know from where in the world you're tuning in from. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like the travel bug so much lately. I really want to travel. I got a few travel destinations actually that I really want to hit, like for instance, Cyprus is on my list, or Sardinia and Italy and so on. And of course, New Zealand. But we'll see how everything will turn out still in the world throughout the next few months and so on. And of course, since I have an 18-month-old, travel has become a little bit different of a thing. Like you do have to think about stuff way more in detail and plan out the hotels more strategically than when you would do maybe a backpacking trip. Or maybe I'm too traditional. If you're a parent watching right now, let me know if I'm overthinking this or if I cannot think about this enough, right? Okay, so I have my Nespresso right here, as I said in the live. I think, of course, I'm a coffee connoisseur, being from Vienna. So I personally, of course, love coffee of any kind. I do think that French press coffee, if you buy amazing coffee and you grind it yourself and you buy it like fresh coffee, right? And you make it in a French press is one of the best coffees you can have out there. It's really good. But since I am a busy business owner and a mom and have different other stuff on my plate, I like to have my Nespresso machine, which I bought a couple of months ago. And they just came out with this amazing cookies, the Cantuccini. I don't know if you can see them. Totally sell me on that, which is totally an upsell, obviously, but not a bad one. So they're coming out with this. And my husband, who's American, he didn't know what that was. So he was opening it up. And then I'll show you guys because I just had it open on the side because I love snacking in those in between client calls and coaching calls or whatever not. So this is almost as hard as stone. I swear to you, if you guys can touch this, it's as hard as stone. It's a little bit of a biscotti. And then what you have to do is you have to make sure that your coffee is super hot. Look, this is almost like an espresso ad, but seriously, maybe I can teach you guys something else. So the coffee has to be super hot. You take hot chocolate if you don't like it, or tea, but obviously it's made with coffee, or it's supposed to be made with coffee, or consumed in combination with coffee. There we go. And then you dunk it in, right? And when it is really super hot, then it will melt this thing. My coffee has actually cooled down a little bit already. And then you can bite it, because if you're trying to eat that dry, you might crack a tooth because it's really hard. Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you ever had something like this before, if you've ever been maybe to Italy or like some parts close to Italy, right? Cantuccini, or maybe they're selling them in America. I actually don't know right now, but they definitely just started selling them in Switzerland. If you buy a certain amount, or if you just want them extra, and they are really good. So I've been eating them quite a bit, like every day, but when in Europe, right? Like definitely eating like all kinds of snacks and whatever not. So anyways, I just wanted to like tune in as well, so you guys, besides of course the scheduled videos, which, you know, when I'm creating them on YouTube, I do have them kind of semi-planned out. I have usually a video script that like I like to follow, because there's a point to each video. I'm trying to bring you guys some cool content, or answer some questions or whatever it might be. But I've heard those live streams are kind of cool, since I am just starting and growing really my YouTube account as well. So you get to know me a little bit more. If you're curious as well, you can ask me some questions. I'm usually like not shy at all. I'm happy to answer any questions or whatever not. And then, and so I just wanted to check in and kind of like say, I need a coffee. Give me a second. Yummy. Nespresso, if you're seeing this, you should totally give me an ad spot. But so, yeah, so I just dropped this new video, and I dropped it yesterday. I figured that actually Sundays are working well for me to drop my YouTube videos. Since Sunday is usually like the day where my husband can watch also our son like most of the days. So I'm usually editing my whole video and then publishing it, meaning. And so I talked about like how we're really planning out on wanting to make sure our son is financially secured. I think a lot of like parents, and maybe it's not even about if you're having kids, maybe you're thinking about yourself as well, obviously, because like this whole year with, you know, also the pandemic and whatever not, and how it has shifted the economy and so on, I think it has caused feeling a lot of feelings of feeling not anymore safe when it comes to maybe even your job or your financial future and your economic future for a lot of people. And for me, I feel like it's really a desire. I mean, I obviously am always saying that I'm always learning. I don't know that much at all. Or, you know, like there's always so much more to learn. But I do feel like there's some stuff that, especially when I talk with, you know, my friends or, you know, maybe fellow business owners and stuff like that, that I feel like that can help some people, you know. And that's really all that it's about, right? Because like I think for every creator, when we are putting something out there, and it doesn't matter what kind of creators we are, if we're putting nerdy facts out there, or we're showing you how-tos, or we're doing cooking things, or whatever it might be, or just comedy stuff, right? Or Mr. Beast crazy challenges, I think like the main goal or the main desire, of course, is that we're able to kind of touch someone in some shape or form. If it's through a knowledge that they gain, if it's through entertainment that they gotten, and they just feel happier and more joyful of seeing that and all this kind of stuff. So I think that's just really kind of the main aspiration of why we're doing what we're doing and creating stuff. So I just really wanted to kind of create this video because I noticed that a lot of our friends didn't have that kind of knowledge when it comes to setting up their kids financially. And I thought that was really important because there's so many, of course, worries you have as a parent. So I'm not going to like summarize this entire video for you right now if you want. By the way, it's just 7 minutes anyway, so it's like not that long. But if you are interested at all, and I think the earlier you start with your kids as well, right? If you're starting, for instance, you know, like for us, when you just had a baby, it's of course amazing of what you can do in 18 years because, you know, compound interest and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I just kind of really wanted to kind of point that out there again, in case you guys haven't seen it, to check it out, because I have dropped just some knowledge bombs and that kind of stuff. And if you have any questions, of course, like drop them here in the comments. I really do respond to every comment as well whenever, you know, I can, but I do respond to every comment. Otherwise, I'll probably catch you on the next live stream, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know if you're watching the replay. Just put